From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
It is Sunday, the 9th day of May, 2010. We're going to be live here for the next 2 hours. Very important broadcast lined up. I've done a lot of preparation for this radio/TV, prisonplanet.tv transmission today. I will say this. We are only going to have open phones here on the broadcast for Hispanic Americans or for Hispanics living in Mexico, Latinos living all over the world. It doesn't matter. This broadcast will be specifically open phones in the first hour and a half for you to be able to call in and just break down what you're hearing from the Hispanic community about their view of the United States, what the average view is about the, quote, invasion or the La Reconquista, Aztlan, the takeover of the United States, and whether you support that or not, and what the average view is of gringos, white people. The reason I say this is obviously last week it broke that students were kicked off campus in San Francisco for wearing American flag tees. I've now seen interviews with the parents and students. 3 of the 5 are Hispanic. And they're sick of hearing about how this is Mexico and the U.S. being run down. And so they wore, well, one of them got kicked out for an Old Navy flag shirt. I happen to own one of those. And then the other students were so upset by it, they walked out of class the next day when the school reversed itself and said, okay, you can wear American flags. I mean, think about this. This isn't like immigrants from Germany or immigrants from Italy or immigrants from China where the countries are far away. This is a country that lost several wars with the United States, that's on our border, that is very corrupt. And there's at least 30 million illegals in this country and tens of millions of other legal immigrants that have come here from Mexico over the last 50 years. And I want to know, is the views that we're hearing from these professors and school teachers and academics that whites are scum and filth and need to die, is that a majority view? I want to know. Because I always was brought up to be colorblind and have friends of every color, and I don't feel insecure when I go and eat in a Mexican food restaurant owned by Hispanics. I was in one today. But I'm starting to ask myself, am I welcome here? I mean, should I, because I don't have a choice, should I start separating myself? I mean, is that what you want? Because, I mean, all I see is Hispanics and whites getting intermarried and getting along. And I hope that's the vast majority. I think it is. But if it's different, I need to know. Because we know this, the mainstream media, the corporate media, the dominant systems of government are promoting this liberation theology. They are really pushing through Carlos Mencia and all these big comics. Every time I turn them on television, it's just pure anti-white propaganda. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of racism, tribalism, and I'm not self-hating. I'm not guilty. I've done nothing to anybody. All I have is goodwill towards everyone. But I will stand up for myself. And there's nothing wrong with being a European. There's nothing wrong. I mean, every culture's done good things and bad things. I don't sit up here in judgment of anybody. But I've had enough. And I have put out a video that's basically an open letter to Robert Rodriguez, who lives here in Austin, the accomplished director, because when I saw the trailer for his new movie coming out, Machete, it's basically a call for race war, and it mirrors what La Raza and Mecha and other groups are putting out. And, you know, when you see big-budget movies where whites are the bad guys and have to be killed, it's very serious. Imagine a movie where Hispanics are the bad guys and have to be killed, or blacks are the bad guys and have to be killed, or Jews are the bad guys and have to be killed. This is very, very serious. So we're going to break this down and some of the firebombing attacks and things that have happened in the U.S. in the last few weeks.